going here because today, who knows Pete Townsend? Pete Townsend he's from a band called The Who. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. Trick question. Pete Townsend he was a songwriter and a musician, very famous, and he has a song called Who Are You? And so what I'm going to try to do is we're going to divide us up here, and we're going to be, part of us is going to sing this part from here over to here at an angle. We're doing a diagonal. Hannah, you're on that side. Okay, this side is going to sing, Who Are You? Okay, let's try it. Okay, wait a minute. No, ready? Who are you?
Who are you?
I didn't see everybody's lips moving. At least move your lips, okay? Who are you?
Who are you?
Okay, and then this side here, very good, by the way. This side here is going to go, who. Okay, let me hear it. They got it. They got it pretty good. Let's try it again. Who. Okay, great. So now we're going to try this, everyone together, all participation. Ready? This side. Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you?
I really want to know. All right, thank you for indulging me. So you're probably wondering what that has to do with the Transfiguration. Our gospel today is out of the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verse 28. Now about 8 days after these sayings, he took with him Peter and John and James, and went up on the mountain to pray. As he was praying, the appearance of his face was altered, and his clothes became dazzling white. And behold, 2 men were talking with him, Moses and Elijah, who appeared in glory and spoke of his departure, which he was about to accomplish at Jerusalem. Now Peter and those who were with him were heavy with sleep, but when they became fully awake, they saw his glory and the 2 men who stood with him. And as the men were parting from him, Peter said to Jesus, Master, it is good that we are here. Let us make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. Not knowing what he said. As he was saying these things, a cloud came and overshadowed them, and they were afraid as they entered the cloud. And a voice came out of the cloud saying, This is my son, the chosen one. Listen to him. And when the voice had spoken, Jesus was found alone, and they kept silent and told no one in those days anything of what they had seen. And may great light come forth from these readings. And so I try to think of myself in the shoes of the disciples and put myself in their sandals or whatever. And I'm thinking, I look out and I see Jesus, and he's bright, and I'm like, Jesus, you're all glowy. What's happened? And he, who are these men that are with you? And I'm thinking, I don't really know you. Who is this? Who are you? You've changed. And then I wonder, the disciples were thinking, well, we should build some tents. And I'm probably thinking, maybe I should post this on Facebook and get right into it. But of course, that's not what happened. The real question for the day with this Who Are You theme is, who is God revealing Jesus to be? And then in turn, we're going to talk about who is God revealing us to be. God is linking Jesus directly to the creation story. It starts from there. And what God is saying about Jesus is that Jesus is divine, that Jesus is in relationship, and that Jesus is the leader to be followed, to be listened to. So the question is, if God reveals this much about Jesus, what does God reveal about us? And I know that there's a tendency for us to kind of come out in public and have this public persona, and then we go home to our homes, and whether we live alone, we might have this alone persona where we may think of ourselves in one way, or if we have a spouse, we may have the marriage persona that we put on, which might be different as well. I know for myself, it became very obvious when I came out of the closet and decided that I was going to go to seminary school and pursue the ministry. And my friends were like, "Who are you?" They didn't believe it. You're going to do what? I don't even know you. You're going to be a minister? And of course, as ministers, as faith leaders, we sometimes live in fear because, and I should speak for my own self, I live in fear because I'm always afraid that people who see me as a faith leader will put me up on sort of this moral pedestal that I know I can't live up to. And so I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop when people find out who I really am. And as much as I try to come here and say, no, I need God because I am so incomplete and so unworthy sometimes. And yet I know that sometimes people look at faith leaders and try to think of them as something more than that. What does God reveal about who we are? Do you ever ask that question to yourself? Just when I think I know who I am, and I've been working at this for a while, just when I think I know who I am, God reveals something deeper to me. I'm in CPE, which means I've been working in a hospital. I've been working in chaplaincy, and it's been very challenging for me. And it's revealed some things to me about who I really am, who I am as in my service to God, and who I am in God's eyes. And it really came to me as a transformation, as an idea that I had no idea. It was so deep as to who I was, and it challenges me, and it's made me have to think about some things that I am and that I do. We often project and put forth images, or sometimes it may be masks or secrets about who we are, and that's a pretty natural thing. But in this, I think that we can see that God can reveal to us the truth about who we are. When we go to God and look who we are to God, that's where we see the truth, the real identity of who we are. And when God reveals the truth to us, we can trust that. That can be the true identity. One of the things we see in this, I just read in the story about Jesus, is before he goes through this transfiguration, what is he doing? He's praying. Praying is one way that we can talk to God and find out more about our own identity, who our true selves are. And when we do this, God will reveal to us the true image of who we are. And I want to pass the microphone, as we like to do here, and I want to ask this question. Is there a moment in your life where God has revealed even just a piece of your identity that you hadn't known existed before?